So it is important and very vital that in all that we are doing, we are sort of, that is when starting out, because this is something that I've been thinking about, and it's something I myself am beginning to take into cognizance and ensure that I sort of follow it and model it down, because it will be very, very necessary for the kind of change to be valuable for the sort of impact I'm looking to make in the world. And it's the idea that we as an individual, that is when you're first starting out, it's important that you need to find a particular line of activity or a particular thing that you as a person, that you are good at, that you're skilled in. So it's important that you have a specific sort of either activity, profession, skills, talent. It's important that you start out with having that one particular skill, one particular profession, one particular talent, one particular proficiency that you are good in first. And then having owned it, having developed it to an extent that it now begins to take the center stage, and that it now begins to better result for you, and you begin to see the level of impact that thing you're so good at is creating, then you can now start to venture into other areas, or peradventure even pick up other profession, pick up other line of activity that are either complementary or even totally separate from it. So far it is something that is giving you that sense of fulfillment, that sense of higher calling, higher purpose. This is very, very important, because long before now, I myself used to think that by the virtue of being a generalist is something that would be enough to propel me into that level of capacity for somebody that's looking to make an impact or create that change in the world. But for this climb that we exist in, for this sort of environment that we exist in, which is Africa, or for the environment, I'm talking virtually and physically now that we exist in, it's important that we sort of narrow down first, or start out by first becoming good and skilled and proficient in a particular thing first. We as human beings, we are multifaceted. We can do different things and become so good at them at the same time. But in order for us to sort of quickly and efficiently move at a pace that would be necessary for us to be able to make that change, for us to be able to create that impact in the world in a timely manner, because time to is also the essence. It's also part of the importance of the change we're looking to do. So in order for us to be able to move with capacity, it's important that we become so good at one thing first, and this is something I'm working on, in that I'm looking to sort of become so good, so proficient in a particular line of activity, in a particular line of profession, in a particular line of skill. Then having built the capacity, having sort of made it, having sort of efficiently and effectively maximize that sort of activity to the best, to the best heights possible, then I can now begin to branch out. I can now begin to sort of look into ways on how to add or layer on top of that things or other things that I feel like it gives me a sort of fulfillment, gives me a sort of sense of purpose, gives me a sort of sense of belongingness. And it's important that when we are finding this one thing, when we are looking to double down and become proficient in this one thing, become skilled in this one thing, it should be a thing that gives us that sense of belongingness, gives us that sense of pride, gives us that sense of fulfillment. It is very, very important. It is very important for that thing to ensure that for you to exist, or for you to become proficient in a thing that enables you to achieve your goal, whatever goal you seek first when you're starting out. Either it is your financial, either it is your mental, either it is your relationship goals, either it is your interpersonal, any goal, any objectives that you're looking to achieve. It is important that you sort of align what you want to become so good at, what you want to become so skilled at first, to suit that goal, to suit that objectives. It's such that if you're maximizing that proficiency, that skill you're good at, it is in turn enabling you to achieve the objectives you set for yourself right before time. This is the best way to go about it. This is how we can best make use of, this is how we can best maximize and make that change we're looking to make. And that having become so skilled, become so proficient in one thing, we can then build upwards from that and begin to branch out and layer in addition to add multiple skills and proficiency, because you've built that foundational base, you built that capacity first. Then you can begin to layer on top of that other, either supplementary or even totally opposite line of activity, for the fact that it's giving us that level of fulfillment, giving us that level of objectivity, that is, we are seeing the change that is creating. Layering on top of that now will become easier. You begin to navigate, and will begin to make that change, make that impact at the level of president. So I want to hear your thoughts, I want to hear your comments about this particular subject matter. Do you think it's important that we first establish a foundation by becoming very skilled, very good in a particular line of activity, in a particular sort of skill, in a particular sort of proficiency, developing it and maximizing it to the best of its efficiency and effectiveness? Then, having maximized it, we can now begin to branch out and layering on top of that other line of activity, other thing that we feel and we see that it is necessary for the world we exist in, as it will ensure that we create that change, we make that change in the world, bring on to the level of president. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Until the next video, see you. Bye.